Oh my god. It's finally time to unbox the Heatermate. I've been waiting a while to get my hands on one of these things. Heat is a good thing in the cleaning world. We know this from doing dishes, laundry, and lots of other places in life. But I've traditionally been against having heaters in portable carpet extractors for two main reasons. One is that they consume so much electricity. A standard 15 amp circuit can only stand so much electrical draw. And I've always preferred to bulk up the vacuum motors as opposed to spending that electricity elsewhere in the machine. Now you can add a second cord to your machine, and most extractors with heaters do this. But you can't just plug those two cords into the same outlet. They have to be on entirely separate circuits. If you accidentally plug them into the same circuit, you're going to blow a fuse, the power's going to go out, you're going to have to talk to the customer, find the fuse box, and flick it back on. They might look at you a bit weird, and it's definitely unprofessional blowing fuses in someone's house. The second reason I've been against having heaters built into your carpet extractors is that it adds a lot of weight to your machine, leading to back burnout. When you're new to the industry, you don't care because you're so eager to make your business successful. But later on, when you're hiring employees, when you've done it for a few years, when you have 3 jobs in a day, 5 days a week, it makes a big difference. The Heatermate gets me excited because it might solve both of these issues. It's installed externally, so you'll have less of a cord mess on your actual machine, and it's going to be a bit closer to the next circuit in the home. Plus, it's not installed in your machine, so it doesn't add any weight to carrying your machine around. I'm really hoping that it's suitable for throwing in my bag full of hoses and stuff, and then it won't add an extra trip to the truck. It'll just be one more thing in my bag of tools. Alright, let's go now. I'm really excited to unbox this thing. I've already cut the tape here. Okay. So I guess this isn't a tech review. The boxes aren't iPhone boxes, but okay, so we got our hose to connect the machine of the Heatermate to our Ninja. What do we got? Okay, we got a picture of it. It's probably all manual and warranty and all that. And there it is. Oh, it's like not that heavy. It's like probably 20 pounds. I'll have to look at the specs. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this delicately. Or not. Just bubble wrap, I guess, who cares. Wow. Wow. It feels sturdy. Okay. Holy. This is cool. Oh my god. Game changer. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty good about my purchase. It looks solid. Obviously it's for business, so you want it to last a long time. And I feel like I could kill someone with this thing. It's really, really sturdy. It's not crazy heavy, but it's sturdy. These fittings are good. They're just as good as the ones on the Ninja. They probably, they make the Ninjas, so they probably use the exact same fittings. I've actually pretty much never had these female or... Actually, I've had the male fittings break. These little nipples here, after hundreds of jobs, that'll break and you have to replace this, but we're talking hundreds of jobs, so I'm feeling fine about that. The switch is pretty heavy duty. I can't see myself breaking any of this stuff unless I really just am mad or something. I'm throwing it around in my truck, or even if it falls from a rack on the top shelf, I don't think anything's gonna break. I'm feeling good with this. We're gonna have to do some tests to see if it actually does the job. But in terms of build quality and everything, this is a commercial piece of equipment. This isn't some Chinese stuff that's gonna, you know, just break in a week or two, I don't think. I mean, is it made in China? It says made in Canada on the bottom, so that's always nice. Alright, let's do some real testing and figure out if it's actually gonna do the job right. Okay, so I'm getting set up. I'm all ready to go pretty much. I have the Ninja hooked into the kitchen circuit, so that's good. It's gonna draw like 14-ish amps of power. Then I have the Heatermate. It's hooked into the bathroom circuit. Bathrooms and kitchens are often different, so I'm not gonna blow any fuses there. But my point about having the Heatermate instead of the internal heater built in the machine is that in a bigger home, you know, this whole area could be the kitchen and all in the same circuit. And so you'd have to run this cord like deep into the living room where they have a different circuit. So just getting that spacing and getting the electrical kind of separate from the back of the Ninja could be a nice thing, because it'll just be simpler to run that cord into the living room instead of having both of them attached to the Ninja. In some situations, if you have two cords in the machine, you might need an extension cord, all that. So it's an added bonus of having this thing separate. And the cord's actually pretty long here. It looks like it's 25 feet. So I don't think there's many situations you'll need to also carry an extension cord with you. I'll show everything disconnected just so it's super clear. So this little hose connects the Ninja to the Heatermate. Then you just use your regular solution hose to hook it up to your wand. There's the power switch, that's hooked up. And obviously the vacuum hose is all the same. While I have you here, actually, just so you know, if you ever have a hard time getting these fittings onto the Ninja, what you do is you just dunk this plastic in the hot water in the back. It'll soften it up and make it a whole lot easier to get onto your machine. With Canadian winters and all, I like to empty the solution tank and the solution hoses and everything before I leave every job, in case I get some freezing while I'm transporting the equipment. So, you know, right now all these lines have air in them. All this additional lineage from the Heatermate has air in it. So I gotta burp that air out. I'll show you a little trick. Just the easiest thing you can do to get the air out of the lines without, you know, taking a bunch of time. So what I do is I just spray the water right into that vacuum port, and I use my thumb to cover up the extra space. That way the vacuum power will be sucking on the solution line and it'll help burp all that air out of the line. I stop doing this once I have a steady stream and the pump feels powerful. Alright, this is just kind of a rookie mistake you make when you're working with new equipment. Obviously you're going to get faster as you go along, but I set everything up, I'm ready to go, and I forgot to turn the Heatermate on. So I'm not exactly sure, but considering this red light just turned on, it's probably not ready to go until it turns off. So I'll let you know how long it takes for this thing to actually heat up. I would say it would be smart to set up all your equipment, then do your pre-spray and your agitation while this is heating up, so it doesn't slow down your job times, because of course time is money. Okay, weird, it just turned off about 30 seconds later, so I think, at least in my case, it turned on to show that the power is good, then it turned off, and hopefully it'll turn back on when it's ready to go. I'll keep an eye on the time here. Okay, I'm bored. It's been 5 minutes already. Keep waiting. Okay, 7 minutes. It's actually pretty hot. I can't keep my finger there. It's gotta turn on soon here.
Hand tool or hard surface tool. Plug in the ESteam external Heatermate into a separate 15 amp circuit other than what your portable machine is already plugged into. Switch your back motor buttons to the on position. Switch your solution pump button to the on position. Push the toggle switch on the ESteam external Heatermate to the on position. Within 90 seconds, the volume of the external Heatermate will heat up to 200 degrees.
It's alive! Okay, one thing I noticed is it's actually really hot, so I'm holding the upholstery tool and I'm burning my hand. So They might need to wear gloves now with the new Heatermate. Oh, that's hot. This is so hot. Oh my god. That heat, oh my god, that makes a huge difference. Usually these are a bit harder. That just loosened everything up and pulled it all out. It was awesome. Okay, so how I'm going to test its power is I'm going to get some water from my solution tank and see what the temperature is, and then see how high we can get the temperature when it's coming out of the wand. I'll use the upholstery wand just because it's going to be a lot simpler. I'm going to try to stick the upholstery wand nozzle in here. I mean, even just the fact that it's burning my hand whenever I touch the upholstery wand, that's enough to make me satisfied. Just really wanted to see if I could get the thermostat to read 200. This is so hot on my hand though. 150. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it to truly say 200, but I mean everything's piping hot. I almost need gloves to use my upholstery wand, so I'm satisfied, especially when you consider the temperature of the water before it goes through the Heatermate. Let's get another reading on that. So I'll just go to the back of the machine here. Oh man, I feel like Mr. Steam. Everything is steamy right now. So before it goes in, it's 120. Okay, so that's probably my problem, to be honest. This water's been sitting back here for a while as I've been filming. Normally when you're cleaning, you would load it full of hot water from the hot water tank, like the bathroom tub, and then instantly you would put it through the Heatermate and get to work. I've had this sitting here for a while. It's not really even hot anymore, so I could see how you could actually get to 200 Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm actually really impressed with this thing. I'm definitely using it for my own business, and I'm going to recommend that all the other Mr. Steam franchisees use this. You should definitely use it for your business too. That's a bit of a game changer. I'm actually kind of shocked that I had to wear a glove and everything, and the fitting, the female fitting on the solution hose was super hot. So, I mean, it claims it can get up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. It was, I mean, very close. It's too hot to even touch. So, I mean, that's real steam cleaning in my opinion. Okay, and let's look at the economics of it too. So this is only 900 bucks, but when you want to get an internal heater built into your machine, the price difference is usually 1,200 or 1,300 bucks. You actually get a deal for buying the external Heatermate, and there's all those advantages, right? Like the cord being separate is kind of nice. The weight being out of the machine is very I think it's the way to go. I would just get a regular machine like this, a nice light one like a 200D, especially because you can run the diaphragm pump with no water in it for a little bit without it breaking, and it's light. I love this model. And then add this and you have one hell of a cleaning setup. For Mr. Steam franchisees, we have our own discounts. If you go to Safety Express or Ramsco, if you say you're a Mr. Steam franchisee, you get a discount because we're a bulk purchaser. But I'm going to talk to ESteam, tell them how pumped I am about this. I want to maybe somehow get sponsored or something, and maybe I can give you guys like a referral code or some kind of discount thing you can mention to the stores and get it cheaper. So hopefully, if I can get that arranged for you, I'll put that in the description so you can get this at a little bit of a discount for, watching my videos. I appreciate it. I gotta stop touching that thing. Yeah, you just gotta not touch it. Now, warranty-wise, I read, the body's limited lifetime, so you can't just smash it. The switches and stuff, did I write that down? Only 90 days on the switches, so just be careful with these switches. And the thermostat, and then 12 months on everything else. So, I mean, it's pretty similar of a build to the ones you put like in the machines. So I mean, durability wise, it seems very similar, maybe even better, because honestly, this thing is so hot. If I had this inside of my machine, I feel like the vacuum motors and the pump and stuff would be in a hotter environment, so they might break earlier. That's just my guess. Like, I don't have any science to prove that, but just another reason to have it external. There are lots of situations where that extra heat is going to help you get that 5-star review, so I can definitely see it being worth the money that you spend. You know, from just like washing dishes and that, like sometimes soap and agitation isn't enough. You actually need that heat to get the greasy stuff moving. So this would be good in a lot of situations, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. I'll be adding this to the recommended equipment list for Mr. Steam franchisees, of course, because we are called Mr. Steam, so we should be cleaning with water that's close to the boiling point. And if you're just starting out, consider opening a Mr. Steam franchise in your area and join our team. We're at 15 locations and counting, and our goal is to be in every major city in Canada and the US. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll try to put out more equipment reviews like this. It's a bit expensive buying the equipment and stuff, but I feel like it's really good for the viewer. It's good to help you get a sense of what it'd be like to start your own business and kind of make it, you know, more practical. I showed you some of the things that kind of went wrong while setting up the equipment, and just kind of, instead of being a salesman, just kind of give you an honest review of all these different pieces of equipment. All right, catch you next time. Go Steam Team.